seems like worse when your car dies, your battery dies, and you are stranded on the side of the road.
Yes.
Everybody is trying to get a hold of the, you know, the place that you have a membership to get them to come and jump your car. This is something that you can have in your car, in your trunk, pull it out. If your battery dies, it's gonna jump your car. That is such a sinking feeling when your battery goes, right, Howard?
It is. It's a terrible, helpless feeling. You think you have someplace to be, you want to get there, you have kids to pick up, doctor's appointment to get to, and all of a sudden you're used to that car starting every time you turn that key, and you get in there and it doesn't. And it's a sinking feeling in your stomach. You're like, what am I going to do now?
Right.
Am I going to wait for roadside assistance for an hour? Am I going to ask a stranger to help me?
You know what the thing is? I think also as a woman, it is so scary to put these connectors on. But Stanley, the Stanley FatMax, this is so super safe. Can you show us how to start this?
I can.
Yeah. Do you mind?
Yep, absolutely. Okay. I know most people aren't familiar with under the hood, and when they're thinking jumpstart a car, they're thinking of jumper cables, and if you hook them up incorrectly, you could damage the car, hurt yourself.
Yeah.
But the Stanley FatMax has protection built in, so that if you do it wrong, you don't have to worry. So it's very simple, and you can do it at home yourself.
Okay.
Flip the hood up, find your battery, and then just connect the cables, and it doesn't matter which one you put it on, because the FatMax is going to tell you if you have it wrong or not. I've put it on incorrectly on purpose. You'll see the little battery symbol flashing and a beep is sounding, letting you know you have them on backwards. So you haven't hurt anything, injured yourself, or damaged the vehicle. So you simply switch them to the correct, and the digital gauge is going to tell you you have it right as well as have it wrong. Now the little engine symbol is flashing, letting you know that you have it right. There's no beeping anymore. You just turn the keyless safety switch to on.
Okay.
And then you get in and instantly start your car.
Right here, this is this one, okay.
Turn this to on, get in and start your car. You're not charging your battery, you're jump starting it just as if you have another vehicle here, but you don't need that other vehicle. If you called roadside assistance, likely the guy in the truck would come out and have a power station and jumpstart you with that rather than jumper cables. It's that simple and easy and effective. Okay, so I'm going to tell you all the price. I'm going to give you all the information, but I want to show one other thing before we get there. This is really important to have your tires inflated properly. And this will also help, that will also inflate the tires if they're low. And do you know we pay for air? Right. And how inconvenient is it when your check tire pressure light comes on, or you see the tire bulging, you have to either change that tire because you can't drive on it bulging, or get to one of those places where you put the quarters in. So much easier to have this in the back of the car. You bring it out, it has the sure fit tip which threads right onto the valve stems. It makes it very easy. You don't need a lot of strength. You can just put it on with your fingertips. You power up the compressor. It's going to tell you how much pressure is in your tire with the digital gauge. That's how much pressure, 26. Then it'll go to a flashing, and that's going to be what the gauge is set at to pressurize the tire. It's auto shut off. So I have it at 26 in the tire. I set it to 28. And I just press the button again, it turns on. The great part is it has auto shut off. So you can go back and get in the car and stay warm or go do something else and not worry that you're down here checking that pressure, trying to read the little numbers on your pressure gauge. It's going to do it automatically, and it's going to remember that pressure. So you can go around to the other 3 tires and blow them up all the same, and it shuts off just like that. Okay, so now you know you need one of these. Everybody needs to have something like this in their car. This is the power station from Stanley. Stanley is a name that we know and we trust. Long history with Stanley. Yes, 171 years Stanley's been bringing us great products. It's a household name, and you know when you're getting a Stanley, you're getting something that's good and that's going to last and that you can trust. And believe me, when your battery dies or your power goes out in your house or your tire's low, you want something you can trust because it's going to help you out. And it's the FatMax, which is the top of the line. Yes. Stanley reserves the FatMax name for their heaviest duty, the most rugged and feature-packed. And you know it's great when you're buying a Stanley, but it's even better when you're getting the FatMax. I always pick the FatMax when I'm buying tools. It has the features and power the professional wants, but the ease of use that a novice needs. Well, let me tell you, this is the 1000 peak amp power station, and it has the digital gauge on it. You can't get this anywhere but QVC, and we have it available on 5 easy payments of $28.48. And not only does it jumpstart your car, not only does it fill up your tire when they're low, and that's really important for a couple of reasons: gas mileage and safety if your tires are too low. Then the next thing it does will also, if your power in your home goes out and you need if you need a lamp, if you want to put in a mixer, if you want to plug your phone into this will give you that AC power. 500 watts is our... Yes, 500 watts, and it's easy as that. Plug it in, flip the switch, and you have household power. That's 120 volt, just like in the wall of your house, and you can plug anything up to 500 watts in there and have that power when the power goes out. You know, you're in the dark, you can pop your lamp, your alarm clock, your computer, your router, so you can surf the internet. They have a TV on behind us or a fan. You can power up all these things. And then when your power's out for days and you need to recharge it, the Stanley FatMax comes with a vehicle recharger. So you can put this in your car, plug one end into your car, the other end into a 12-volt outlet in your car, drive around and recharge it so you have more power when you get home again.
Okay.
Or if the power's on and you've used it to jumpstart your car, inflate your tires, you can plug it into a wall outlet and recharge it, and you don't have to worry about losing this little power pack.
Okay.
It's built right into the Stanley FatMax. You can use any extension cord, a simple brown one, you can use the heavy-duty orange one, or if you don't have one, they include one, a little short one, right inside the compartment. You can plug it right in and charge it up.
Now, when I get this, do I need to charge it up?
You do.
Okay.
You put it on for 48 hours, and you don't have to worry about leaving it on too long. You can't overcharge it when you plug in the wall.
Okay.
Leave it in there. After that, top it off every 30 days, not because it's dead, but just so it's at its peak. So it's always ready to save the day. Or if you use it, if you jumpstart your car, inflate your tires, or run some power in the house, then recharge it.
Okay, so a jump starter, compressor, power supply, that's what's coming in this for under $29. And what are we seeing? All this onboard
The
tools.
LED work
Look at
light,
that.
yes. All metal clamps for your battery so you get a really good, powerful connection. You've got the compartment on the top. That's where your air compressor hose stores. It comes with the accessories that you're going to need for inflation of sports balls, beach inflatables, even racing bicycles. Again, all of that stores right in this compartment.
Okay.
On the front, you've got your 2 household outlets for
Okay.
500 watts AC. You have a 12-volt outlet, just like in your car, and a USB, so you'll be able to recharge all those items that run off of USB simply and easily. You've got the battery status gauge. It's always going to tell you how much battery life you have left.
Okay, we have, what's the usage? Let's talk about the usage for this. Like, how many hours am I going to get?
You're going to get 2 hours with a 120-watt lamp. You're going to get 2 hours with a 60-watt fan, 4 hours with a 40-watt bulb, 5 hours with a laptop or a 25-watt TV, and up to 25 hours with your smartphone or your 8-watt clock radio. And that's really important if the power's out. You got to keep your phone charged up so you can keep in touch with people. Find out what's going on. I mean, a phone is something we really rely on now, and your clock radio so you can wake up in the morning and go to work.
And, you know, there are so many features about this. Let's chat about those.
Yes. Jumpstart your car. I mean, it's great. I keep this in all of our cars. I want to make sure my wife's safe, my kids are safe, not stranded waiting for someone. And the air compressor is just as important. I use it more often than anything else on here because with 4 kids, there's always a flat something. But you come out and your tire's bulging, your only choices are change that tire or inflate it and get it fixed at a garage. It's much easier. I know my wife's not going to change that tire, so it's much easier to inflate it. You've got the USB and the 12-volt, and when the power goes out, you've got 500 watts of 120-volt power. Power it up, get your lamps back on. If it stays out, you can recharge it in the car so that when you get home and the power hasn't come back on, you can use it some more. And then plug it in when the power's on to charge it up. The gauge will tell you when it's done. There's a light because problems always happen in the dark.
Yes.
So it's
I don't know why that is.
Much better to see. I know. Why is that?
So let me just set this story up, and then we're going to show how this is. So I was in college. I actually have lost power in my battery power, and my car has totally died several times because I drove like not new cars. They were old, beat-up cars because that's the way it goes, right? So anyway, on my way home from college, I think I was going from Bloomington back to Indianapolis. It was in the middle of the night. My car died because my alternator died, and that drained the juice out of the battery. I had to wait for somebody. I was scared to death. It was in the middle of the night. And as a female, that's not very safe. And even for a male, that's not very safe, right? But if I had this, at least I would have been able to get out of my car, get this done, get back in my car, and get back up on the road. But let me show you how easy this is. So
it's easy and safe to do.
Okay. So really quickly, find your battery. You have, just like you have your jumper cables. Now, if I was going to put these on wrong,
We'll put this one on this one.
Okay, so let's
we'll
say.
do it wrong, just in case you don't know.
So instead of sparks flying and me being scared to death, there's no sparks flying. It tells me I'm wrong.
It's beeping and a little symbol's flashing, letting you know you've done it wrong.
Now I'm going to do it right. And this is, again, no brainer. Actually, let me put this. So no brainer. There. There.
And that's the great thing about this. The digital gauge is going to tell you the engine symbol's flashing. You know that you have it hooked up correctly and good connections.
Okay.
Turn the keyless safety switch to on.
And then I'm done.
And you're ready to jumpstart that
and
car
I'm going to jump that car and get back on my way. This is on 5 easy payments, feature priced at under $143. Get this for the holidays. Make sure every car has it. But guess what? You have a return policy until January 31st of next year to return it should you need to. And it's a Stanley. Howard, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we have another hot pick coming up in the show, and it's the Cheese Smart. I got to tell you, you want a hot iron.